Hey Juicers! Every last Monday in May, America celebrates Memorial Day, a day to honor those who have died in military service to our country. But did you know Memorial Day actually used to be called Decoration Day? Shortly after the end of the Civil War, people in towns across the country started decorating the graves of fallen soldiers with flowers, wreaths, and flags as a way to honor their sacrifice. And it was this tradition that gave us the Memorial Day holiday we know today. There are actually a handful of cities that claim to have officially observed the very first Memorial Day, but the first official nationwide day of remembrance at the end of May began in 1868. That year, Major John A. Logan, the head of the Grand Army of the Republic, an organization of former Union soldiers, proclaimed that a nationwide Decoration Day should be observed every year on May 30th to honor those who died in the Civil War. But why May 30th? Well, it is actually believed that this date was chosen because flowers would be in bloom all over the country. At the first official commemoration of Decoration Day at Arlington National Cemetery, General Logan gave a speech along with then Ohio Congressman and future U.S. President James Garfield, before attendees helped decorate the graves of fallen Civil War soldiers. Throughout the remainder of the 1800s, Decoration Day ceremonies were being held on May 30th in more and more places across the nation, and over the years, people started calling this National Day of Remembrance Memorial Day. But it wasn't until after World War I when Memorial Day became a day to honor the fallen soldiers of all of America's wars and not just the Civil War. In 1968, Congress passed the Uniform Monday Holiday Act, which not only declared Memorial Day as a federal holiday, but moved it from May 30th to the last Monday in May, a change that wouldn't actually take effect until 1971. Today, Memorial Day is observed in all 50 states, and the tradition of decorating the graves of fallen soldiers is still going strong. And every year on Memorial Day, the President of the United States lays a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier at Arlington National Cemetery, the very same cemetery where our nation commemorated its earliest version of Memorial Day over 150 years ago. And that's the juice.